Hey everyone! A long time ago, I did my first vlog. At that point, I had said that I had planned for making a vlog every week. However, that did not happen, and I'm really sorry. Now I'm going to try again. Maybe it's not going to be something I do every week, but maybe, once a week or two. No, I mean once or twice a month, something to that effect. Okay, before we start, I want to back up and explain this costume I'm wearing. Today at work, we were celebrating Halloween all week. Really, we've been celebrating. And today, I am Catwoman from, circa 1960s. Okay, today, I had an experience that I want to make a vlog about. A girl from work, her name is, well, for this sake, we'll use a fake name. I'll call her Allie. Recently, her boyfriend broke up with her, and I think it was yesterday. Wait, no, maybe it was 2 days ago. Something. Well, he broke up with her, and she's having a really tough time processing and managing that experience and how she's feeling. I can connect with her experience because a long time ago, I started dating my first real boyfriend, quote unquote real. He was from Australia, and he moved here to the United States. We met, we dated for about 2.5 years. I was so in love. Oh, I wanted to live with him. I wanted to stay together forever. That's exactly what I wanted. But he broke up with me. He moved to Australia. And I was just devastated. I felt awful. I felt like I will never, ever love again. That it wasn't going to happen. I thought that he was perfect for me, exactly what I was looking for, and I'm not going to be able to find anyone that can compare to that in the future. Well, what happened, I don't know, 5 years later, I found a boy, and he's amazing, and we've been together for more than a year now. Wait, let me back up and explain the first boyfriend broke up with me in that long period of 5 years. A lot happened between then. I dated a lot of people and had many different experiences while I was trying to search for someone, that I could date that would be good for me. I would meet people, try to date them, and we just didn't seem to match up. Now, 5 years later, here, where I am now, and my boyfriend are together, and I really enjoy him, and I love him a lot. Excuse me, sorry, my nose is itching. And I realized that I can feel happy and fall in love again, and now I know that. Now, I remember my friend Amy, or Allie, that I told you about? Her experience is the same as that experience because her boyfriend is from another country, and he moved here to the US, Kentucky specifically, in school. Oh, yeah. They go to school together, and they both met, and then I think that was about a year ago. And they fell in love, and her perspective of that love was much different than his. She thought they'd be together forever, but he had planned to move to Australia. And she's having a really tough time. She's feeling really lousy. Yesterday and 2 days ago and yesterday, all she's done is cry nonstop. It's awful for her. She just can't seem to stop. I feel so bad. I understand that experience. I know exactly how she feels. I've had that in my life before. I thought I'd never love again, and he was perfect for me, and a long list of things. And her expressing herself, I think that's really great, and that helps her to start to feel better, We chatted, and I realized that my past experiences with dating, my dating experience specifically, each time I learned something new, and that was something that I stored away in my heart and in my head. Before today, I knew that I had learned a little bit from those experiences, but I hadn't really realized the full impact of how much I had learned. I really learned so much. And I want to share some of my experiences and what I learned from them. With her, she said it really helped her. So hopefully if you're watching this, oh, sorry, my puppy. If you're watching this vlog and you recently went through a breakup or you're feeling heartbroken, anything similar to that, and you're watching this, maybe you can connect with my experiences, and maybe not, that's fine too. Some things that I say sound kind of cliche, but anyways, I'm gonna continue. Okay, so first, I realized a long time ago that my perspective of love much different from my perspective today on love. And I realized this is because the first time with my boyfriend, I really loved him, and I was really young and naive, and I thought that he was perfect and we had a future together, and I created this dream world of us together, but that was really, not possible. It never happened. And I was a young kid, that was those thoughts. And he moved to Australia, and it was really hard for me. He broke up, and about 9 months later, for about 9 months, I was single. And I started dating another boy named, what's a fake name? Okay, it doesn't matter, I'm not going to give a name. He was a boy that I dated, and we were together for 2.5 years. I broke up with him. I was engaged to him, and I hadn't really planned on actually following through with the engagement. And I just accepted where we were and that we were living together and that my life was the way it was. But that experience that I was in, that life I was living, it just sort of felt off kilter. It wasn't what I was wanting. I tried to follow through with it, but it was hard for me to break up with him because we were together for a long time, and I thought that this was, part of the life plan. When you look to the future, you think you should do all of these things. You have to follow and accept everything that comes your way. As I looked back at my life at that time, and I thought, why was I doing that? Why was that even happening? Why did I allow that? It wasn't the life for me. It wasn't okay. So he broke up with me, or we broke up, and it was hard. But I started to realize that up until that point, my habits with dating and with relationships, they weren't healthy, and they weren't what I wanted for a relationship. I started analyzing myself, and I could see a few things, even really a list. I noticed my involvement with gender roles, gender norms, and how exactly I was involved with really what I do in a relationship when I'm with someone. Like the social idea that girls should do this and boys should do, those categories that men and women are placed into. And I was part of that. I fell into that. And now I looked at it and I realized that's not okay. That's not for me. And realizing that really started to change my perspective. It was a slow process, but over time it's changed. We broke up, and I dated other people. It wasn't anything serious, but whatever. Surprise, finally, it was probably a year later, I met someone. It was a boyfriend named James, and I loved him so much. We dated for a really short time. But that feeling from a long time ago that I experienced with my first love, that feeling, I realized that I can feel that again. Up until then, I thought it would never happen to me again. I just thought it wasn't going to happen. I dated many people, and I never had that feeling. when we met, and I thought, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. Inside that feeling of feeling alive again and realizing that I can love someone again. Well, we broke up. We just dated for a short time, but through that experience, it was hard for me because breaking up was hard just in general, but that experience helped me to look back and see that time for Maya really helped me to know. And that excited feeling, fun, loving feeling, real love, that I can feel that again. And we weren't together and it was fine, but I knew for the future that I can feel that again. And I think it was about a year later, I met Chris, my partner now. And that feeling that I had felt before, it happened again. And I meant before my experience of heartbreak and the sadness that I felt from that, all of those feelings were really important to realizing about what it's like to be in love. So if I had never experienced the sadness or the heartbreak, then now this time that I'm having now with being in love, I really wouldn't know how to appreciate it. And it really helps me to value it. Without the bad feelings and experiences from the past, you can't have good experiences today and really appreciate them. And the second one would be that each time I date a person, my experiences from the past that I keep in my head, I look at those and realize what that means for me. And it means I realize a lot of things about myself, like how I function best, what kind of relationship I want, things such as that. And third, I realized that I was really touched by my friend Allie. And she was feeling guilty and really bad about how she was feeling. And she's saying, all night and all day I just cried and I can't stop crying. Oh, I feel awful. I said, really, it's fine. You should feel awful. You just got broken up with. If you didn't feel awful, that means that you weren't in love. If your relationship falls apart, and that happens, you will feel something. If not, there's definitely a problem. That awful, sad feeling that you feel inside, you should just accept it and really feel that emotion. It's important to accept it. Really feel and live through the emotion. You need to accept how you feel. It's really important to know that. I told her, please don't worry about your feelings. You will be fine. Sorry, my dogs keep coming in. That's a natural feeling. Everything that you're experiencing is natural. And she said, really? I feel lousy. It's awful. And I said, yeah, I know. You really should feel that way. Your heart's breaking, and that's okay. In the future, I promise you'll feel better. For me, I look back, and with my first breakup, I thought, in the future, I will not have the opportunity for love again. And I felt like it would just never happen. But now I know that it will happen again. It will. After a breakup, you will continually feel better and start to improve. So if you're watching this and you are having a hard time because of a breakup, please, 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 please remember, in the future, you will feel better. You will, I promise. It's just a breakup. If you want to ask me any other questions about this experience, or you want to hear me express more or get some more information, please let me know. And I was happy to see you. Thank you so much for watching my video. Really appreciate it. Thank you.